Attention passionate Pittsburgh, Steelers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Pittsburgh Steelers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Pittsburgh Steelers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Pittsburgh Steelers fans. Let's get to the news. Now, folks, I know you're all eager to find out what's brewing in the Steel City, and trust me, there's plenty to talk about. The Pittsburgh Steelers, a team with a storied history, a franchise that has been a staple of NFL greatness for decades, is once again at a pivotal point. And no, it's not just about drafting new players or the usual offseason buzz. This is something that could reshape the landscape of the AFC North and send shockwaves through the league. The Steelers have always been known for their resilience, their grit, their ability to turn things around even in the toughest times, and right now, they're on the brink of what could be a significant turning point. Looking back at the 2023 season, the Steelers showed flashes of brilliance, but also some inconsistency that left fans both hopeful and anxious. The defense, as always, was a stronghold, anchored by some of the best linebackers in the league, players like T.J. Watt, who continues to be a game-changer, a true defensive superstar. Watt's health and performance are always a critical factor, and his presence alone can lift the entire team. Offensively, the team still relies heavily on their quarterback, Kenny Pickett, who's been steadily developing, but still has room to grow in terms of consistency and leadership. The offensive line has seen some changes, with young players stepping up, but it's clear that the Steelers are always looking for ways to improve and reinforce their squad for the long haul. Now, a big part of the recent buzz revolves around the strategic moves the front office is making behind the scenes. Rumors are swirling about potential trades, new signings, and even some bold draft picks that could be announced in the coming months. The Steelers have historically been cautious, but also opportunistic, and this offseason seems to follow that pattern. The goal? To build a roster that's not just competitive, but also capable of competing for another Super Bowl title. And with the AFC North being as fierce as ever, teams like the Ravens, Bengals, and Browns all making aggressive moves, every little detail matters more than ever. But what's capturing the most attention right now is the sense that the Steelers are quietly positioning themselves for something bigger. There's talk about a new philosophy on offense, perhaps leaning more into a versatile, run-heavy attack that can keep defenses guessing. The offensive coordinator and head coach, Mike Tomlin, is renowned for his adaptability, and he's always been a master at maximizing the talent he has. If the team manages to implement a more balanced attack, with a solid running game complementing the passing, it could be a game-changer, something that propels the Steelers into a new era of dominance. And speaking of talent, the young core of players is starting to really make an impact. Players like George Pickens, the wide receiver with incredible athleticism and a knack for making spectacular catches, are becoming more and more central to the team's offensive plans. Pickens' development is crucial because he could be the key piece that unlocks the deep passing game that the Steelers have been trying to establish for years. Meanwhile, the defensive unit continues to excel, with Watt leading the charge, but also with emerging stars like Alex Highsmith, who has been a steady force on the edge. The defense's ability to generate pressure and create turnovers remains one of the team's strongest suits, and that's a big reason why Pittsburgh is always in the playoff conversation. But what about the bigger picture? Well, recent reports suggest that the Steelers are not just content with staying competitive, they are aiming higher. The franchise's management is looking at every possible move to maximize their chances, including exploring veteran additions, draft strategies, and even potential trade targets that could fill gaps or add depth. The AFC North is a brutal division, known for its physicality and tough defenses, and the Steelers recognize that to be truly a contender, they need to be relentless in their approach. This mindset has been a staple of Pittsburgh football for decades, an unyielding desire to win at all costs, to outwork and outsmart their rivals. Now, if we look at the recent drafts, you'll notice a clear focus on developing young talent that can grow into stars. The Steelers' scouting department has been praised for identifying hidden gems and turning them into impactful players. That's been part of their DNA for years, finding those undervalued players and turning them into key contributors. The 2023 draft class, for example, brought in some promising prospects on both sides of the ball, and the coaching staff has been working tirelessly to develop their skills and integrate them into the team's scheme. This long-term approach is exactly what the franchise needs to sustain success over the next few seasons. Now, let's talk about the coaching staff for a moment. Head coach Mike Tomlin, a Steelers legend and one of the most respected figures in the league, continues to be the backbone of this franchise. His leadership, his ability to motivate and adapt, and his track record of turning teams around are unmatched. Tomlin's reputation as a defensive-minded coach who emphasizes discipline and physicality aligns perfectly with the Steelers' identity. His connection with the players is evident, and his strategic acumen is what keeps this team in the playoff hunt year after year. Yet, beyond individual talent and coaching, there's a sense of renewed optimism among the Steelers' fan base. After a few seasons that saw some ups and downs, the organization and fans alike are clamoring for a return to the glory days, when the team was a perennial Super Bowl contender. And with the way the roster is shaping up, combined with the strategic moves they're making, it's not out of the realm of possibility. The AFC North is known for its unpredictability, but the Steelers seem to be positioning themselves as a team to beat once again. Their focus on building a balanced, tough, and disciplined squad could be the recipe for a deep playoff run, and perhaps another shot at the Lombardi Trophy. Now, I want to pause here for a second. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUB algorithm to keep recommending the latest Pittsburgh Steelers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let us continue with the big reveal. Because folks, the NFL landscape is always changing, and the Steelers are no strangers to making bold moves when it counts. Whether it's a clutch draft pick, a strategic trade, or a game-changing free agent signing, Pittsburgh has proven time and again that they're not afraid to go all in for greatness. Looking ahead to the 2025 season, there's a lot of anticipation. The team's core players are entering their prime or are already established stars, and the depth they're building now could set the stage for years to come. Fans are already dreaming of playoff battles, of that iconic Heinz Field atmosphere, soon to be revitalized with new upgrades, where Steelers fans create one of the most intimidating environments in the league. The hope is that this ongoing rebuild, coupled with a relentless work ethic and a smart, aggressive approach, will finally translate into another Super Bowl appearance. And you know what? The Steelers have always been a team that embodies resilience and grit, a team that refuses to back down. Their history is full of legendary moments: the Immaculate Reception, the 6 Super Bowl titles, the heartbreaks and comebacks, the unwavering loyalty of their fan base. That tradition continues today, with the current roster and coaching staff more motivated than ever to add new chapters to that storied legacy. As we look around the league, it's clear that Pittsburgh is positioning itself as a team to watch. Their strategic planning, talented roster, and the leadership of Tomlin make them one of the most intriguing teams in the AFC. The division rivals are on their toes, knowing full well that the Steelers are coming back stronger, smarter, and hungrier. The AFC North battles are always brutal, but that only fuels the Steelers' fire to dominate once again. In conclusion, what we're witnessing right now could be the beginning of a new era for the Steelers, a phase where they combine their legendary toughness with innovative strategies to reclaim their place at the top of the NFL. The road to Super Bowl LVII and beyond may still be filled with challenges, but if recent history teaches us anything, it's that Pittsburgh never gives up. They fight, they adapt, and they always come back swinging. So keep your eyes peeled, Steelers Nation, because the best is yet to come, and this team is poised to make some noise in the upcoming seasons. And now, Pittsburgh Steelers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Steelers themselves. Do you believe this is the year they finally get back to the Super Bowl, or are you still cautious after a few ups and downs? Whatever your thoughts, let's keep this conversation going. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more news, and more insights into this incredible franchise. Stay tuned, stay passionate, and as always, let us go Steelers.